Many historians, many prominent historians, especially Guyanese ones, that all the laborers who came initially on the Whitby and the Hesperus, they were all ill-treated on the 6 estates. This is absolute nonsense. Again, in here you can sit here and read from the governor's dispatches that at Plantation Highbury up in Berbice, from the report of the stipendiary magistrate Strutt, C.H. Strutt, in 1840 and 1841, he reported that at least 20 of the laborers, the Indian indentured laborers, possessed firearms, guns, which they used to go hunting, and they would sell whatever they caught to the neighboring villages, etc., and made money. And you find that when, in 1843, 236 of them returned to India on the Louisa Bailey and the Water Witch. The Water Witch took 44 or 47. The other one took the rest. They took back with them the equivalent of 26,000 British pounds. You know how much money that is? 236 taking back all of this money. So obviously, they did very well here. So all of this they were all ill-treated and massacred, etc., is wrong. Where the Indians were ill-treated was at Plantation Bellevue. Actually, on the estates of the west bank of Demerara, they had the worst treatment. But they prospered in Anna Regina, and they prospered in Berbice, at Waterloo, and at Highbury. So, again, here you'll find that the National if you read these documents, you'll find this history coming out. Again, I'm not sure why the historians of the past, most of whom have migrated and are now living in North America and Britain, why they didn't dig this stuff up. Because they would have had access to the archives when it was a different location. But now, we have nice surroundings. We'll have young scholars coming here and digging into all of this history. It's here. Make it alive, right? So it was not all doom and gloom during the period of indentureship, which lasted from 1838 to 1917. Another problem that we have in the Indo-Guyanese history is how many South Indians did come. They were called the Madrasis because they sailed out of what was then called Madras, now Chennai, of what was then called the Madras Presidency, which included the current states of Orissa and Telangana and Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka and Kerala and Tamil Nadu. But they were all lumped together as Madrasis. How many did come? You'll find a history book saying between 1845 and 1848, the bulk of them came. And then some more came between 1856 and 1862, and one ship came in 1873-74, and 3 ships came in 1885, and a few more ships came between 1911 and 1916. But however, if you go through the records here at the National Archives, unrecorded by any historian, you'll see at least a dozen ships came in the 1880s, late 1870s, 1880s, but they sailed originally from Kolkata. And on the way, they stopped at Madras and picked up at least half of their human cargo before coming here. Now, this is in no history book by anyone. But this is work done by our group, the Indian Action Committee. We've done a lot of this work. We have enough stuff for about 20 PhD theses right now. So I am very glad. I think all of the IAC is very pleased that Ms. Budram has seen it fit to start the Indo-Guyanese history here. She's the first ever to have done this work in my 21 years back in Guyana. We must give Ms. Budram a big hand. Right? What she has done is phenomenal. Right? She has found virtually every one of our ancestors, only a few left, right? Just a couple left, you know. So we have someone who actually works here, who is an expert now. I would consider an expert. And so they don't have to call me at all hours of the day or night, as people have been done over the years, looking for me to dig up this stuff. Ms. Bodram is here, and I'm sure she's going to train people in the years to come. And so the IAC is pleased that we also have someone of the caliber of Ms. Carter as the head of the National Archives, a person that I have had the pleasure to work with as a member of the board of the National Archives beginning in 2012. I think you were there in 2012. And the IAC has called upon the Honorable Minister of Social Cohesion, the Honorable George Norton, to resuscitate the board of the National Archives of Guyana, which has not been functioning since the election. And the IAC has further called upon the Honorable Minister to, in the list of the board members, to not to make me a member, but to give the IAC a permanent position on the board of the National Archives of Guyana. And thank you very much. Dhanyawad, shukriya.